वेलकम टू सिलेक्शन आईएएस। आई एम विकास, फैकल्टी एट सिलेक्शन आईएएस। आज हम रिजर्वेशन पॉलिसी के बारे में समझने जा रहे हैं। सो एज वी अंडरस्टैंड, रिजर्वेशन पॉलिसी हैज़ अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट प्रिंसिपल बिहाइंड इट. So when we talk about the Constitution of India, so it has a provision of social, economic, political justice. So reservation policy try to actually realize these principles and make society equal. So let's start it. So reservation at glance. So here we are going to understand the state of reservation in India. So we have reservation is a tool which gives the underprivileged equal representation and participation rights, be it in governance or education, right? Now a beneficiary of reservation policy is expected to uplift his or her community. So when we talk about, see, we have two important features here, reservation policy, that is mean to, first is the governance and the education sector. So we have reservation in the domain of government services and education. So here the beneficiary get the benefit by the Constitution of India in these two important fields. So let's understand the further component of reservation policy in India. या अगर हम कुछ फैक्ट्स की बात करते हैं रिजर्वेशन के बारे में, तो हमारे पास कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर जो फैक्ट्स लिखे गए हैं रिजर्वेशन के हिसाब से, जो किस कम्युनिटी को कितना रिजर्वेशन है, तो दीज आर हेयर. रिजर्वेशन इज प्रोवाइडेड टू शेड्यूल्ड कास्ट, scheduled tribe and OBC category. Now another component has been added that called reservation based on the economically weaker states. So we are going to understand it further. So now we have reservation for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, OBC at the rate of 15% for the scheduled caste, 7.5% for the scheduled tribe, 27% for the OBC and respectively. And these provisions, these limits are in the direct recruitment on all India basis by the open competitions. So for example, in civil services we have a provision reservation policy under which the people of different community get the benefit of the reservation in terms of marks in qualifying the exam and also in age criteria. We have another category of reservation that is called EWS category reservation. Earlier it was not there, but now recently being added to the Constitution of India by making society quite equal. So fulfill this notion, the EWS category has been came into being. So it has a 10% reservation under the EWS category, applies to those not covered under the existing scheme of reservation for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and OBC. Till now in India we had a reservation policy based on the caste system, but this OBC category is beyond the caste system. So it is not based on the caste system, rather based on the economic status. So that has been a new feature that has been brought into the context of reservation policy. So reservation in educational institution has been provided under Article 15 Clause 4, while reservation in the post and services has been provided in Article 16 Clause 4, 16 Clause 4A and 16 Clause B of the Constitution. So basically these are some important provision when we talk about the constitutional mention of the reservation policy. So अब एक और बहुत important provision है जो कि डायरेक्टिव प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्टेट पॉलिसी के अंदर मेंशन है अंडर द आर्टिकल 46. उसके बारे में जानते हैं क्या है, वो क्या कहता है रिजर्वेशन के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में. सो आर्टिकल 46 ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन प्रोवाइड दैट द स्टेट shall promote with special care the education and economic interest of the weaker section of society and of the SCs and STs and shall protect them from social injustice and all form of exploitation. So DPSP has also a very important provision when we talk about the reservation policy. So that is related to the article 46. रिजर्वेशन पॉलिसी को ग्रास रूट लेवल तक ले जाने के लिए जो 73rd कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट हुआ था उसके अंदर भी रिजर्वेशन का प्रोविजन मेंशन किया गया है, जो कि आर्टिकल 243D के अंदर मेंशन है. सो बेसिकली इट टॉक्स अबाउट reservation of a seats for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe in panchayat. So that is also very important provision when you talk about empowerment of the subaltern marginalized class at the grassroots level. Under Article 330, it provides the reservation of seats for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe in the House of the People, that is called Lok Sabha, so that they could also get the political representation and political empowerment. Under Article 332, that also provide reservation of seats for the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe in the legislative assembly of the states. So that is also a very well thought process that actually empower the weakest caste-based discriminated community in the area of political representation. Mandal Commission. So Mandal Commission was a very important commission when we talk about the reservation policy in context of the other backward community in India. So जो reservation, the provision for the reservation for the OBC is based on the Mandal Commission reports. So what is this and when did it come? So in 1990 the Union government announced the other backward class reservation that would get 27% reservation in the jobs in central government services and public sector units under Article 16 clause 4 of the Constitution. So this is very important provision when we talk about the OBC reservation in India. Okay, so on the basis of Mandal Commission report, the decision was based on the Mandal Commission on the report of 1980. This decision providing reservation for the OBC at 27% and that is mentioned under the Article 16 clause 4 was based on the Mandal Commission report 1980. ओबीसी रिजर्वेशन से रिलेटेड एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है क्रीमी लेयर कॉन्सेप्ट, जो कि बहुत ही अच्छा और बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट प्रोविजन मेंशन है ओबीसी कम्युनिटी के अंदर रिजर्वेशन के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में. तो आइए समझते हैं ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्या है. सो वी हैव दिस ओबीसी लेयर क्राइटेरिया एंड एक्चुअली दिस वाज इन्वोक्ड बाय द सुप्रीम कोर्ट इन द रूलिंग कॉल्ड इंदिरा सैनी जजमेंट इन 1992. सो अब हम बातें क्रीमी लेयर क्राइटेरिया को अगर हम समझने की कोशिश करें तो हमें ये पता चलेगा कि ओबीसी कैटेगरी के अंदर ऐसे लोग, ऐसे सिटीजन जो कि फाइनेंशियली वेल ऑफ है एंड दे डोंट नीड एनी रिजर्वेशन पॉलिसी टुवर्ड दैट, so they are categorized under the creamy layer concept. So it has a elaborate provision like land resource कितना है उनके पास, property कितना है और बाकी other provisions. The education quota came into force in 2006 under the Article 15 clause 4 of the Constitution. तो ये भी एक बहुत ही important context है इस रिजर्वेशन के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में. एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट जजमेंट की अगर हम बात न करें तो हम रिजर्वेशन पॉलिसी को अधूरा मान सकते हैं, जो कि है इंदिरा सैनी केस. तो इसमें अभी तक हमने देखा था कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इंदिरा सैनी केस के बाद 27% रिजर्वेशन ओबीसी को एक्सटेंड किया था, वैलिड करार दिया था. तो इंदिरा सैनी केस में इसको चैलेंज किया गया एंड इन दैट केस अगेन द सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया upholded the 27% quota for the OBC in government services and education, and उसके बाद रिजर्वेशन शुड नॉट बी क्रॉस 50% लिमिट. एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट लिमिट सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने लगाया जो कि 50% का है. इसका मतलब कि नो एनी गवर्नमेंट, नीदर द सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट नॉर द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट कैन एक्चुअली cross the 50% criteria limit of the reservation provision. If it is the case, if they are extending reservation beyond 50%, then it will be made invalid by the Supreme Court of India. The creamy layer must be eliminated from the backward classes. No reservation in promotion. So ये हमारे कुछ important provision आए इंदिरा सैनी केस के. Let's start some of the fact about the Nagaraj case. It was one of the most important case when it comes to reservation for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Reservation for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe in promotion. So उस context में ये case बहुत ही important है. Yes, आइए समझते हैं इसके क्या important provisions थे. तो पहला provision, it upheld the constitutional validity of reservation for scheduled caste and scheduled tribe to include promotion with three conditions. पहला condition, quantifiable data on backwardness of the SC and STs, fact about the inadequate representation of the above mentioned community, overall administrative efficiency. So if any if be a central government or a state government want to made a provision for reservation for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe in promotion, then that particular government has to fulfill these three objective criteria. So again I am mentioning because these are very important provision when it comes to the extension of reservation in the promotion for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Quantifiable data on backwardness of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, the facts about the inadequate representation, and the overall administrative efficiency. So these three important criteria are very important when it's come to the provision of reservation for in context of promotion of government services for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Last year in 2022 there was very important case and the outcome by the Supreme Court of India, because there were protests and there was argument against in the policy of EWS category reservation, that is the provision of 10% reservation. So uske behalf par there was a case filed to the Supreme Court of India, and उस केस का नाम है जनहित वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया केस 2022. तो इसमें क्या बोला सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने? सुप्रीम कोर्ट हैज मेंशन दैट रिजर्वेशन ऑन द इकोनॉमिक क्राइटेरिया अलोन डिड नॉट वायलेट द बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. मतलब the EWS category reservation was challenged on the basis of violation of the basic structure, but in that case Supreme Court of India admitted that the provision of EWS category does not violate the basic structure of the constitution, hence it is a completely valid. अगला important provision, exclusive of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, socio-economically backward community was a part of reasonable classification and necessary to avoid the double benefits. So these were some of the very important outcome of the very important case that is called Janhiत versus Union of India case 2022. It also made reservation as a concept cannot be ruled out in private institution where the education is imparted. 50% rule formed in 1992 Indira Sahni case judgment is not deemed inflexible and inviolable. It solely applies to scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, SEBC and OBC, not the general category. So ये बहुत ही important provision रहे हैं आपके जनहित अभिनय वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया केस 2022 के, जो हमें रिजर्वेशन की पॉलिसी को समझने के लिए काफ़ी मददगार हैं. Thank you so much for watching us this selectionized video, and we are happy to help you out. Thank you.